Hey and welcome to the Daily Manchester United News Show. Let's begin with our daily news. Manchester United put Fred up for sale for £20 million with Fulham interested. Manchester United's capture of Mason Mount was always going to have some repercussions for existing first team members due to the restrictive budget, and the first domino seems to have fallen. Laurie Whitwell of The Athletic reports that the club has made Fred available for a transfer for a fee of £20 million. Fulham are reportedly interested as United try to negotiate major outgoings to supplement their transfer budget. The Brazilian has been rendered expendable by Mount's arrival, who is expected to become a crucial member of the first team immediately. It would push Eriksen to be a potential option, and as a byproduct, Fred will be pushed further down the order. Combine that with his contract expiring next year and his general unsuitability in Erik Ten Hag's system, it's clear to see why he has been put up for sale. His interaction with Marco Silva, the Fulham manager, after the last match day of the season against the Cottagers was in the news, as it was believed that the team was plotting a move for the midfielder. It has proven to be true, although the £20 million fee is likely to be a pipe dream for United. As stated earlier, an expiring contract weakens United's bargaining position. Furthermore, his wages, reported to be in the region of £120,000, will also be prohibitive to the club receiving a fair fee. United need to sell to buy more, and that has been abundantly clear for weeks, opening the club up to potential fleecing by rivals, both in regards to buying and selling players. It's likely that the club will negotiate a lower price with Fulham, as all parties will be keen to get a deal done. Thus, the chapter of Fred at United will come to a close in another bit of failed transfer business by the club. Serviceable backup is not a phrase which should be ideally associated with a £47 million player, but that is exactly who Fred ended up being. David De Gea set for a Cristiano Ronaldo reunion as Al-Nassr present lucrative offer. David De Gea's future at Manchester United has become a long saga this summer, but it could be about to end if recent reports are to be believed. The Sun claims that De Gea has been offered a lucrative contract by Al-Nassr worth around £250,000 to join Cristiano Ronaldo at the Saudi Arabian club. The Spaniard is currently a free agent after his contract with United expired on June 30. United have since said that discussions remain open over a potential new deal, but a lot of compromise will be needed by either side if a deal is to be agreed. The club reportedly rescinded an offer which was acceptable to the fourth-time Man United Player of the Year winner, then offered further reduced terms later in the season. It could have eroded any remaining goodwill, as the club has lurched from one stance to another. As the People's Person reported, United legend Rio Ferdinand called out the club for their handling of the whole matter. Meanwhile, Erik Ten Hag's search for a new goalkeeper doesn't instill confidence in De Gea's chances of staying at the club. Links with Andre Onana have gathered pace, while Feyenoord's Justin Bijlow has also emerged as a target. Al-Nassr and the Saudi League as a whole has become a happy landing place this summer for some of world football's biggest stars. Ronaldo's current club has already landed Marcelo Brozovic from Inter Milan and remain in talks to sign Chelsea's Hakim Ziyech despite a failed medical. For De Gea, it's clear that he will have to choose between competitiveness in Europe on a reduced role and wage or a spell in Saudi where the pay cut will not be as big. It's quite a fall from grace for the player, who was handed a £375,000 a week contract when his move to Real Madrid was scuppered and was regarded as the best in the world. Man United reject a sneaky loan bid from Borussia Dortmund for Jadon Sancho. Manchester United have rejected a sneaky loan bid from Borussia Dortmund to re-sign Jadon Sancho this summer, according to Daily Star. The England international signed for the Red Devils from the Bundesliga outfit for £73 million 2 years ago, but he has yet to become a key player. Sancho has registered just 12 goals and 6 assists from 79 games for United, and it has been reported that the club could consider his departure. The Daily Star now report that Dortmund have failed with an ambitious loan approach for Sancho. United are open to selling the 23-year-old for £45 million, having failed to live up to his expectations. Sancho showed signs of returning to form during the second half of last season. He was far better with his distribution after a special training program in Holland. However, much more is expected from a player who was one of the most sought after forwards in world football during his development years in Germany with Dortmund. Sancho managed an incredible 114 goal contributions from 137 outings for Dortmund. With United, he has just 18 goal involvement from 79 appearances thus far. Hence, we are not surprised that United are prepared to cut their losses on him this summer, but they face a major stumbling block due to his current weekly wages. Sancho is currently the joint highest earner at £350,000 a week at United. Not many clubs in European and world football can afford to meet his salary package. If United were to receive a £45 million bid this summer, they would still need to hand Sancho with a hefty payoff to convince him to take a significant pay cut elsewhere. In our view, this is an unlikely situation. Sancho should continue at Old Trafford next term. It could be a make or break season for him under manager Erik ten Hag. With recent emergence of Alejandro Garnacho, Sancho now has more competition. Marcus Rashford and Antony are guaranteed starters out wide for the manager. Mason Greenwood approached by Jose Mourinho for potential Roma loan move. A resolution to a long-running issue at Manchester United could be coming soon if some reports are to be believed. The Sun reports that Mason Greenwood has been approached by Jose Mourinho to gauge interest in a potential loan move to Roma, Mourinho's current club. Greenwood is currently suspended by United after he was arrested last year on charges of attempted rape, assault, and engaging in controlling and coercive behavior. Eventually, Crown Prosecution Service dropped all charges in February and confirmed he no longer faces any criminal proceedings. It opened discussions about the striker potentially returning to action for United, but as things currently stand, no decision has been taken. Erik ten Hag previously stated that Greenwood has shown he can be a contributor to Man United, while he was also recently pictured returning to training. The report states that Mourinho rang Mason's dad and also spoke with Mason. It added that Greenwood pleased that Mourinho got in touch and it has lifted his spirit. Mourinho reportedly told him that eventually all the hassle will fade away. The report is plausible but seems unlikely to be true given the circumstances. Despite Greenwood getting cleared of all charges, some material in the public domain means his return to football will not be straightforward. Any club looking to take him on will open themselves up to potentially a lot of uncomfortable questions. Mourinho, despite having a history with Greenwood, he was manager when the striker was making waves in the youth circuit, will likely be aware of the same. Meanwhile, United's internal investigation and the probe into the matter is still ongoing. Greenwood's contract at the club expires in 2025, and in the absence of a guilty verdict, it's unlikely that it gets terminated. Everton contact Manchester United about the possibility of signing Tom Heaton. Everton have established contact with Manchester to explore the possibility of signing Tom Heaton. The Toffees are the latest Premier League club to express interest in the veteran goalkeeper after Luton Town also made inquiries. Hull City are also admirers of Heaton. The People's Person recently covered a report which indicated that Erik ten Hag has made the decision not to let Heaton leave this summer. This comes as the United boss grapples with a crisis in the goalkeeping department. The future of David De Gea is up in the air. The Spaniard is now a free agent, although United remain keen to engage in further talks to find a resolution over the player's contract saga. Dean Henderson is likely to be sold in a move that would boost Ten Hag's transfer budget. In light of all this, Hutton is set to stay at Old Trafford for at least one more season, despite his reported wish to go to Luton Town and see out the latter stages of his career as a starter in a top-flight club. Man United fail with opening bid to sign Rasmus Haaland. Atalanta set asking price. Manchester United have failed with an opening bid to sign Atalanta striker Rasmus Haaland, according to Corriere dello Sport. The Red Devils are currently in talks with Inter Milan to land goalkeeper Andre Onana, but they are also looking to pursue a new striker. With a limited budget, the club are unlikely to break the bank for a centre forward, but they are still keen on adding more quality up front. Corriere dello Sport now report that United have failed to convince Atalanta to sell Højlund with their opening offer of 35 million euros. It's added that the Bergamo outfit are likely to demand 45 million euros plus 12 million euros in bonuses for the Dane, who is also on the radar of Juventus. The Dane had a good campaign last season at club level. He scored 16 goals and provided 7 assists for Sturm Graz and Atalanta. Højlund's playing style has already been likened to Erling Haaland, and he has some attributes which are quite similar. The 20-year-old is a left-footed striker with a strong aerial and physical presence. He possesses plenty of pace on the counter-attack. Aside from this, he also has a brilliant vision in the box and has shown the ability to get into sublime goal-scoring positions. Højlund is a raw talent, but United must pursue his services now rather than later when he could develop into a potent scorer. Erik ten Hag could also prefer to sign the young Dane. The Dutchman has the ability to nurture young talents from his Ajax days. Højlund could be transformed into a leading striker in the long run. In our view, the club should not be deterred by the price tag. Manchester United told to forget about signing 25-year-old title winner. Manchester United wanted Justin Bailo, but Feyenoord have indicated that they have no intention of losing their star goalkeeper. Dutch football magazine Football International report that United have wanted Bailo for months now. John Martov is understood to have made contact with Feyenoord counterpart Dennis de Close, communicating United's interest. Bailo is understood to be interested in making the move to Old Trafford, considering United to be one of the biggest clubs in the world. However, Feyenoord have no intention of losing Bailo and have told United to forget about a deal. Erik ten Hag's men are expected to make a serious attempt to sign Bailo anyway, seemingly undeterred by Feyenoord's stance. Feyenoord are even pushing Bailo to sign a new contract and are in talks with agent Halidarsson to try and thrash out an agreement. Bailo doesn't plan to force a move to United and will remain professional, but he is a name to keep close tabs on if Andre Onana doesn't move to Old Trafford. Losing Bailo would really hurt Feyenoord, and they are understandably taking a strong stance on his future. Bailo is out of contract in 2025 though, and if he doesn't agree to that new contract, this may be the ideal time to sell. The 25-year-old was born and bred in Rotterdam, coming up through the Feyenoord ranks from a young age. This may feel like the right time for Bailo to move on and take the next step in his career, with United left hoping that Feyenoord can be tempted into a sale. Erik ten Hag promised signing of Inter Milan goalkeeper Andre Onana. Manchester United have promised manager Erik ten Hag that they will sign Inter Milan goalkeeper Andre Onana this summer, according to Corriere dello Sport. The Red Devils recently expressed an interest in the Cameroonian star, but they are yet to make a formal proposal to the Nerazzurri for his services. It's now reported that United were hoping to land Onana for around 40 million euros, but Inter have made it clear that they won't consider such an offer. The Serie A outfit currently value their prized asset at 60 million euros, but they are willing to consider 50 million euros upfront, with the remaining in the form of bonuses. Corriere dello Sport report that United's official bid could be postponed until next week, but they will have to make a suitable offer for Inter to accept. The Red Devils recently had an extended period of negotiations to sign a Chelsea midfielder Mason Mount. They failed with the three bids for the England international and had to arrange a meeting with the Blues in order to find an agreement for the versatile midfielder. In the process, United spent a fortnight negotiating with the Blues for the 24-year-old when they could have secured his signature on the first attempt itself. In our view, the club needs to speed up the process. They have had a habit of working on one deal at a time, while other teams are focusing on multiple players. A move for Onana looks straightforward at the moment, and hopefully, United won't get into another transfer saga by trying to lower the transfer valuation. Onana is eager to reunite with Ten Hag, who managed him for 4.5 seasons at Ajax. The Cameroonian would be a top class signing as he is a modern goalkeeper. He possesses good distribution skills and likes to play out from the back. Onana is also strong when it comes to intercepting crosses and commanding his box. He has also caught the eye with his ability to operate as a sweeper keeper. I will be uploading daily Manchester United news show, so keep your eyes on the channel and don't forget to like and subscribe. I appreciate your support. Peace out.